It's the Nooner. Blessed risings, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show, and today we'll be discussing Washington, D.C. Mayor again asked for National Guard to be activated to assist with daily arrival of migrants. That's really immigrants, illegal aliens. A migrant is, say, your family grew up in Texas and now they're relocating to California. So then you would be migrating from Texas to California. You already are here. You already have the right to be here. You are a citizen. Immigrant is you came over illegally. You are not supposed to be here. You did not go through the proper channels. You jumped a fence. You dug under a fence. You dug a tunnel. However way you smuggled your way in to whatever locale, thus making you an immigrant. I have a message for you. It is zeroantiblackracism.com. $20 trillion reparations. Kendra Blackwood, take it away.
Be one to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood of Hot Lava Music TV and the Hot Lava Media Group. And I come to you today with an urgent call to action. And with that being said, this petition is to demand the US government immediately make anti-black racism a public health crisis is now an active campaign at change.org. And after this message I'm going to need you to go over there and show your support. Right after you smash that like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you a thing. Now, this is a petition to demand cash reparations for foundational Black Americans addressing two critical components. So what is anti-Black racism? Anti-Black racism is defined here as policies and practices rooted in American institutions such as government, finance, education, healthcare, and justice that mirror and reinforce economic deprivation, racially targeted laws, beliefs, attitudes, prejudice, stereotyping and/or discrimination toward foundational Black Americans. What is a public health crisis, you ask? Well, a health crisis or public health crisis is a difficult situation or complex health system that affects humans in one or more geographic areas, from a particular locality to encompass the entire planet. Health crises generally have significant impacts on community health, loss of life, and on the economy. And ultimately the solution to the problem, it is imperative that the United States government declare anti-Black racism a public health crisis for foundational Black Americans. In 2020, as a community, Asian Americans experienced only 287 hate crimes nationwide. However, FBA in the same year suffered 2,871 reported hate crimes. As we know, those are just the reported accounts according to the F.B.I. As foundational Black Americans, we know that the number should reach in the billions daily. This resulted in a 94-1 unanimous decision to pass into law an anti-Asian hate crime provision to make Asian a protected class. With anti-Black racism being thousands of times more prevalent and permeating within the fabric of America, we ask that you sign this petition to say we are sick of studies and commissions to study forums and meaningless holidays and nothing burger symbolic gestures. We demand the U.S. government to urgently disperse the first initial reparations cash payment of $20 trillion to the surviving descendants of American chattel slavery. AKA, cut the damn check.
$20 trillion. Reparations. zeroantiblackracism.com. If you're just tuning in, this is the Keep It P podcast where we take news, situations, and everyday occurrences and we show how one could or cannot been keeping it P. What does the P stand for? The people. This is a Fox News article. Paul Best is the writer. Washington, D.C. Mayor again asked for National Guard to be activated to assist with daily arrival of immigrants, not migrants.
National Border Patrol Council President Brandon Dutton. So, I mean, what do you make of Mayor Adams, his response to Texas over these migrants? It's rich, I would say the least. I mean, it just seems kind of nuts that these mayors, now that they are experiencing what the Texas and the southern border of experience, are this angry.
It's disgusting. When you listen to what he said, when you listen to what the White House press secretary has said, it's all rhetoric. It's political rhetoric. Let's deal in facts. Charles, you and I like to talk about facts, so let's look at that. These people are going to New York anyway. When they cross the border...
Let's deal in facts. There's been more black racism this year, last year, than any other race combined. Yet, we got no extra special nothings. Fact. 50-50 chance a black person could die with an interaction with a police officer. You want to talk about fact? Fact. Black Americans built this country and should be paid reparations. Fact.
border illegally. When we tend to custody, they have to give us address where they're going to. We then have to process them under those addresses.
Going to somebody comes to your crib illegally, ain't supposed to be there. You like, where you trying to go? Let me help you get there. I don't care where you going. You ain't supposed to be here. I send you back where you came from. That's it. That's all. That's how that works. That's how that works. You don't extend none of them pleasantries to black people. Man, this sounded like reparations for Mexicans.
City. A lot of those addresses are close to Washington, D.C. So once those people are released to the non-governmental organizations who receive government grants to then transport these individuals throughout the country, once they get this, then Governor Abbott is in fact facilitating that travel to those locations anyway. That's where
Look
we're
at that
going.
old salmon, oranges. Look at them multiple shades of red. Look at them multiple shades of red. You see them multiple shades of red? Yeah. What's the significance of the color red? Well, when you seen all them fake acts of violence in New York, San Francisco, LA, all these fake violence episodes. Look at the assailant. If he looks black, look what he's wearing. Is it a salmon, orange, pinkish, reddish, different variations in hues of red to signify what's going on? Pay attention, people. You can go look at some of our archived footage of our shows, and we dive into this exclusively and multiple times to point it out to you. Shout out Jay Lava, not trying to tell you what to think, trying to show you how to think. Hello, McFlizzle. And then, oh no, these the people that wanted to go there. So that's why we sending them there, not because they look like darkies, and then they're gonna in red hues of clothing that are gonna now perpetrate acts of random violence across these big cities and make the crime rate go up. So then they could say, look at these urban cities. Look at the black people acting a fool and tearing up. Watch, you gonna start hearing a lot of Afro Latina, Afro that, you're gonna start hearing a lot of Afro. And it's gonna be a lot of people appearing to be black, committing crimes.
Everybody's seeing it. Mayor Adams didn't have any problem with any of this. These people coming to New York City, as long as it's secret, as long as it was under the cover of night, he didn't have any problem. But now that everybody's
Look at all
seeing
that
the open,
red.
now he's going to come out and say something about it. And that, again, that's political rhetoric, and it's disgusting because
Look at
it
all the
doesn't serve
red.
the American people.
But isn't it telling, though, that both of these mayors talk about the strains on their budgets, the strains on their
Look at
food,
all the
school.
red.
These are when other folk states complained about this, they were called even racist or xenophobic.
So that they can be
And it's so
identified. Look
interesting
at
to
the
me that
red.
now they are saying that these are large cities, by the way, with huge budgets, multi-billion-dollar budgets, and you're talking small towns along, the southern border who have been
Hold on,
dealing
all
with these
these
kind of strains
budgets.
for a long
Hold
time.
on, all these budgets.
Yeah, they don't
So
care
that
as
means you
long
got
as
some money. Look at the red. Look at red. So you got all this money then, huh? All these big, huge budgets. So when we ask about reparations, I don't want to hear where the money gonna come from, what we gonna do with the money, the money. I don't want to hear that. Fam just said they got huge, billions of dollars, huge budgets. These big cities, these urban cities where these black people go, they can share. They can share. Don't come to little wholesome white America and ask them. You can't ask that of little white, fragile, white supremacist, cowardly America. You can't expect that. Let us get our reparations. You're cutting everybody. See, and that's the problem. Just even how I said it. Let us get it, please. Now we taking our reparations, P. Period. And I ain't saying you got the fisticuffs, everything, but I am always representing hashtag pull up season. I'm always supporting better get you a Kit Kat in case you got to break somebody off something. I'm always supporting this piece. You might have to get this piece to get this piece. I'm always in support of that. You're a man before anything.
it's not, they don't care as long as their citizens don't know what's going on. Again,
Get
like
all
I
the
said,
variations
these
of the
people have been
red.
going to New York City. They've been going
The
to
red
Washington,
hues,
D.C.
look
for a
at
long
them,
time.
full
They've just been
force.
doing it without anybody knowing about it. Now that people know about it, of course, and say something, because now the taxpayer in New York City, they recognize that they're footing the bill for everything that's going on. So of course he's going to come out and say something about it now.
They're footing the bill for everything. Did you hear? They are footing the bill for everything. Ain't that like employees that come from out of town when you on your job and you travel with your job? Don't they pay for everything? Put you up in the hotel, huh? Get your food. They ain't gonna get you no clothes or none of that, but they get your food, right? Right? You gotta bring your bag. Didn't you see them folks with bags? So they gonna get their food taken care of. They travel, huh? Little entertainment, gift cards to Walmart, Culver's, gift cards to go to the Asian massage parlor to get a little ball tickling, allegedly.
Look at it. Look what's happening in all of these states. In my state of Arizona, in Texas. Well, we're constantly deal with this, and you never hear anything from them. But now that it comes to the light of day, see about it. Of course, he's talking about it. And again, that's all politics are supposed to be for. Politics are supposed to serve the American people. It's supposed to help everybody.
Hold on. American politics is supposed to help everybody? Hold on. It's supposed to help everybody? Well, let's see. The Asians got the crime bill. The Indians, they trying to get some more money too. The gays has got the crime bill for them too. The Mexicanos is getting everything paid for as they're migrants, but they're really illegal aliens and they came over here illegally, thus committing a crime and therefore are lawbreakers. Uh, no, black people got what black people? Huh? So, oh no, American politics is to make sure everyone gets everything they want besides black people. Oh, okay, I got it. I was a little slow.
Don't do that. They just decry everything until it affects them.
Absolutely. Brandon, thank you very much. By the way, Maria has a special on all
Ain't
of
that
this
what
at
y'all?
8 p.m. tonight
Ain't that
on
what
Fox
y'all
Business.
do?
You do not want to
Crack
miss that.
cocaine, things of that nature, huh? Until it affects you, right? Ain't that what you do? Ain't that how y'all do it though? No, I'm tripping. That ain't what y'all do on a regular basis, P. Oh, I could be mistaken, you know. You know, oh, look how they got Marshawn over in the corner. Come on, man. Boy, I'll tell you. That's why every chance I get, I put him on the jumbo screen. I'm just going to mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code now. And what did we learn here today, people? Huh, kids? What did we learn here today, kids? That everybody gets everything they want besides black people. And if we want what we are supposed to have, we got to start holding out. Our dividends, our vote, we got to hold out. We have the means. We're not going to be able to continue to blame it on nobody else because we right there at the door knocking. And we getting ready to kick the door in. Sign that petition, zeroantiblacksracism.com. It don't even take a lot to go sign that. That's where the pen is mightier than the sword. But let's never forget, while in war with the pen, that the sword is still available. Right? Let's never take that off the table as an option. It is always available. Kit Kat, sometimes you gotta this piece to get this piece. And with that being said, love, peace, blessings, and aloha, y'all. Love y'all.
Podcast where they take news, situations, and everyday occurrences
and show how one could or could not.
Keeping it on the P for real.
Gotta tune in to ladies and gentlemen, TZ Vaughn Savage and Jay Lava.